Good day, everyone. Imagine you are standing in front of the Eiffel Tower. Instead of looking at it, hundreds of tourists are holding up their phones, taking selfies. Later, they upload those images to Instagram, add filters, captions, and hashtags. Now ask yourself, which is more important, the Eiffel Tower itself or the image of the Eiffel Tower circulating online? Millions of people wear Nike shoes, not simply because of their quality, but because of what the logo represents. People buy luxury handbags not merely for leather and stitching, but for status. Politicians become brands. Celebrities become images. Wars become television spectacles. Reality shows are scripted. Social media influencers manufacture lifestyles. And increasingly, what matters is not reality itself, but its representation. Welcome to the fascinating and disturbing world of Jean Baudrillard, one of the most influential thinkers of postmodernism. Today we shall explore two of his most famous concepts: hyperreality, simulacra. And by the end of this lecture, you may begin to wonder whether the world around you is actually real or merely a sophisticated simulation. To understand Baudrillard, we must first understand the intellectual revolution that transformed Europe after the 1960s. The 20th century witnessed the rise of powerful new ways of understanding human life and culture. Two major movements emerged: structuralism and later post-structuralism. Structuralists believed that human life is governed by underlying systems and structures. Language, culture, myths, literature. Everything operates according to hidden patterns. The most influential figure here was Ferdinand de Saussure. Saussure argued that language works through differences. A word means what it means not because of some inherent essence, but because it differs from other words. For example, night means what it means because it is not day. Meaning emerges through relationships and differences. This seemingly simple idea changed everything. Baudrillard belonged to a remarkable generation of French thinkers: Jean-François Lyotard, Michel Foucault, Jacques Derrida, Gilles Deleuze, and Jacques Lacan. Like these thinkers, Baudrillard was fascinated by signs and meanings. However, he pushed their ideas further. He asked a disturbing question: what happens when signs no longer point to reality? What happens when representations become more important than what they represent? What happens when images replace reality itself? His answer was revolutionary. Reality begins to disappear. The most famous concept associated with Baudrillard is hyperreality. Hyperreality is not simply fake reality. It is something much more complex. Hyperreality is a condition in which representations become more real, more attractive, and more influential than reality itself. In a hyperreal world, the copy becomes more important than the original. The image becomes more significant than the thing. The representation replaces reality. For example, look at a hamburger advertisement. The burger appears enormous, the lettuce is perfect, the cheese shines, the bun is flawless. Then you buy the burger. It looks nothing like the advertisement. Yet, the image sold the product. The advertisement possesses greater power than the actual burger. The image becomes the reality consumers desire. The image acquires greater reality than reality itself. This is hyperreality. Baudrillard argued that late capitalist consumer society is dominated by signs. In contemporary consumer culture, signs often matter more than the objects themselves. When someone buys a luxury watch, a designer handbag, or an exotic sports car, they are not merely purchasing objects. They are purchasing meanings, status, prestige, identity, lifestyle. The sign value becomes more important than use value. The logo becomes more important than the product. The symbol becomes more important than reality. This explains why the image of a product often matters more than the product itself. Now we arrive at Baudrillard's second major concept: simulacrum. A simulacrum is a copy without an original. At first, this sounds impossible. To explain this, Baudrillard maps out a history of how human beings use images. He calls this the 4 stages of the sign. Think of it as a 4-step descent away from reality. Stage 1, the faithful reflection. Imagine a medieval painting of an angel. The image represents a profound spiritual reality. The copy honors the original. Stage 2, mask or perversion. Now imagine a Renaissance painting where the angel looks glamorous and highly stylized. The image masks and distorts the underlying reality. Stage 3, Mask of Absence. Now imagine a modern print of that angel sold in a gift shop. It masks the fact that the original spiritual reality is no longer there. It pretends to be a copy of something that has actually vanished. Finally, we reach stage 4, pure simulacrum. The image has no relation to any reality whatsoever. It is a copy of a copy of a copy. The original is completely gone, forgotten, and irrelevant. The image becomes its own autonomous reality. This is the simulacrum. And according to Baudrillard, this is the world you and I live in every single day. To prove this, Baudrillard famously pointed to Disneyland. Most people assume Disneyland is a fake fantasy world, while the outside world is the real America. The city, the highways, and the houses are usually treated as reality. Baudrillard completely reverses this logic. He argues that Disneyland is staged as imaginary for one specific psychological reason. Disneyland performs a very important psychological function. To convince us that the rest of America is real, but the truth is far more unsettling. The outside world is already a stage 4 simulacrum. Los Angeles is not simply a city. It is a vast network of advertising, corporate branding, Hollywood myth-making, and political simulation. Disneyland is a psychological decoy. It hides a deeper truth. The real America outside the castle gates is already dead. The simulation is no longer confined to the theme park. The entire culture has become the theme park. According to Baudrillard, the entire culture has become the simulation. Closely connected to simulacra is simulation. Simulation is the process through which reality is transformed into representations. It is the production of copies, images, and models that eventually replace reality. The result is what Baudrillard calls the death of the real. Reality does not disappear physically. Rather, it loses its authority. People trust images more than direct experience, media narratives more than observation, virtual experiences more than actual encounters. One of Baudrillard's most controversial books was The Gulf War Did Not Take Place. At first glance, the title sounds absurd. Obviously, Baudrillard did not mean that bombs were never dropped. He meant something much more philosophical. The war that most people experienced was not the physical conflict. It was the media spectacle, television coverage, military briefings, strategic graphics, live broadcasts. For millions of viewers, the war existed primarily as a media event. The representation of the war became more influential than the war itself. This is hyperreality operating on a global scale. According to Baudrillard, modern societies often believe governments hold ultimate power. But Baudrillard asks us to reconsider where power truly resides. He argues that media possesses enormous influence: television, advertising, news networks, and digital platforms. These institutions shape perceptions of reality. The media do not simply report events. They produce the events people experience. This insight seems remarkably relevant today. Think about viral videos, influencer culture, algorithmic feeds, political branding, and AI-generated content. The line between event and representation becomes increasingly difficult to locate. One of Baudrillard's most provocative arguments concerns religion. He asks, what happens when God is represented through images, icons, paintings, statues, religious symbols? According to Baudrillard, these images risk becoming simulacra. The representation acquires power independent of what it supposedly represents. Eventually, people may encounter only the image. The original referent becomes inaccessible. This helps explain historic conflicts over religious imagery. Baudrillard suggests that such conflicts reveal anxiety about the immense power of images. Baudrillard died before the rise of TikTok, Instagram influencers, virtual reality, and AI-generated images. Yet his ideas seem more relevant today than ever. Consider social media influencers. Many followers know only the digital persona. Deepfakes allow images and videos to be fabricated convincingly. AI-generated texts and images blur the distinction between creation and simulation. Baudrillard might argue that we are entering an age where reality and simulation have become nearly indistinguishable. So what is Baudrillard ultimately telling us? He is not simply saying that reality is fake.
his argument is much more unsettling.
Modern society increasingly values signs, images, brands, media spectacles, and simulations over direct experience. We no longer consume products, we consume meanings. We no longer follow people, we follow images. We no longer experience events directly, we experience representations of events. This condition is what Baudrillard calls hyperreality.
And the images that dominate this world are simulacra. Therefore, the central question of postmodern culture is not simply, what is reality?
But rather, can we still distinguish reality from its representations? And perhaps the most Baudrillardian question of all is this. If a simulation becomes more convincing, more influential, and more desirable than reality itself, does reality still matter? If you enjoyed this exploration of literary theory, subscribe to the channel, share this lecture with fellow literature enthusiasts, and join the discussion in the comments below. Until next time, keep reading critically and thinking deeply. Thank you for watching.